You've lost your balance, but you still want to be mobile. Which electric trike is going to be the most stable and best choice for you? Stick around. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry. Today we're going to talk about if you've lost your balance and you're not as stable as you used to be, what e-bike or e-trike or e-trike is going to be best for you in terms of stability and safety. Now before I get into it, hit that subscribe button below, stay in touch with us here at Sixthreezero. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways we're doing, and of course new product releases. Right here, I've got 3 of Sixthreezero's E-Trikes. They're all incredibly stable. The Relaxed Body 750 watt, Simple Glide 750 watt, and the Any Terrain 4-wheel e-bike. Okay, so we have a lot of test riders here in San Clemente. I've had a couple this week. One thing top of mind, we get a lot of riders that come in that have been stationary because they've lost their ability to be as easily mobile as they once were. Their balance isn't what it used to be. And as a result, maybe they gave up 2-wheel bike riding a while ago and now they're like, you know, I want to get active again. I want to be able to be mobile. Or quite honestly, they have a spouse and the spouse is like, hey, you need to be able to go places without me. You know, maybe they can't drive, whatever it may be, right? It's just a balance issue. Something has caused their equilibrium to not be as good as it once was. So we get a lot of riders turning to trikes, and now specifically e-trikes, because e-trikes are a true form of mobility. They can really open the doors and change lives, and I really mean that because now you can start going places, you can commute places. As an example, the Simple Glide Fat Tire can go up to 19 miles an hour. It can be a true mode of transportation to get you back enjoying the sunlight and being active and running your own errands, things like that. Now, with that said, #1 priority for riders that have some sort of balance issue is stability, right? You want to feel safe. You want to be guaranteed that you're not going to tip over. And I know that's a big concern for many riders getting into the 3-wheel space. So let me talk to you a little bit about stability, what makes e-trikes, one e-trike more stable than another e-trike. So first and foremost, the configuration of the trike, how the rider sits, has a big impact. Something with a longer frame, a longer wheelbase is going to be more stable. Now, obviously adding width to the back also is going to add stability. The width is a tricky thing, because in a lot of these designs, you're trying to figure out an appropriate width where you could still get through doorways. It's not crazy wide where you're on bike paths or trails, right? So trying to strike a balance between the width, the balance, and also the practicality of it. So you can see the Relaxed Body, the Simple Glide, and the Any Terrain, they all have a longer wheelbase, which creates a more stable ride. In addition to that is your tires, right? So Relaxed Body is a 3-inch tire and the Simple Glide and Any Terrain are a 4-inch wide tire. Adding more rubber to the road, a wider tire, is gonna add that stability. Now it does also increase the drag, which for a lot of riders may not be a bad thing. It's just gonna, you know, make it harder to go faster. But again, if stability is your #1 priority, then a wider tire may be the perfect choice for you. Now, when you look at a lot of these other trikes that are a little more compact and the rider sits higher up, that's where you create a little bit more of an unstable environment, right? Where if you lean the wrong direction or maybe you lose your balance and you all of a sudden get dizzy or something, you start to lean, those kind of trikes, there is the possibility you could tip over, right? Because you're higher up, you're sitting higher up. Now, again, depends on the configuration of the trike. I'm not saying that's going to happen every time, but the risk level goes up compared to something that is a more recumbent style. Now, the other thing I notice as well, and I have a family member that deals with this, she's actually fallen off of her bike, and she actually has fallen off of a trike before. And this is because she all of a sudden got vertigo, lost her sense of awareness, and kind of tilted off of the seat, right? It had nothing to do with the actual product. It had to do with her getting dizzy and sliding off the seat. In that situation, that's why I really like something like the Simple Glide with the armrests, because they actually keep the rider safe, tucked into the seat, right? So if you were to sort of, let's even say pass out or just get dizzy and lean over, you're not gonna tip on this, but B, it's gonna keep you in the seat. Something that's more of a traditional bike seat, you know, even like these two, if you start to slip, you could fall off of that seat. So this is really up to you or your spouse or whoever you're shopping with to gauge, you know, what is your level of stability? How bad does your dizziness get, or vertigo, or whatever it may be? Is it possible something like that's gonna happen? Again, if in your mind, no, then you don't need a seat like this. But again, if you are concerned about that, but you really still wanna be active and mobile, which I totally get, something like this may be a good idea. Now, another option is, we don't have it coming on the bike standard yet, but a seatbelt could be another option too, or harnesses you can install to keep you strapped in, especially on the Simple Glide. So again, if you should lose your balance, you don't have to worry you're not going anywhere, you know? So I totally get it. I understand that need for mobility. Really just think about, you know, what is best for you. And in terms of stability, if that's your number one priority, look for a bigger tire, look for more of a stretched out, elongated frame where the wheelbase is longer. Anything more compact and upright is gonna be a little less stable. So again, but it also depends on your severity of your balance issue. If you still have pretty good balance, you could opt for any kind of normal three-wheel bike. If your balance is getting really, really bad, then, you know, opt for something like these that is incredibly stable, and there's a very, very low tip risk at all when riding. So, any other questions on the topic, or if you're looking for an E-Trike and you have balance issues, you can comment below or reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. Don't forget, all of these E-Trikes are linked in the description if you want to check them out. We also offer a 30-day test ride your E-Trike policy. If you don't love it in the first 30 days, send it back. No questions asked, no money out of your pocket. We're also going to warranty everything for 1 year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we'll take care of it, parts and labor. And if you want to come out for a test ride before you purchase, we're here in San Clemente, California at 1046 Calle Recodo Unit K. Come test ride any of our E-Trikes before you purchase to ensure you're making the right choice. Also, join our community before you purchase. We have a Facebook group called Sixthreezero Peddlers. Join the group before you purchase to talk to existing riders to ensure you're making the right choice. There's a lot to do before you purchase. And finally, you can post in the group and make friends once you have yours, and download our app to track your rides and compete on the leaderboard. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey or experience. Enjoy the ride.